I had to quadruple check this statistic. It's so unbelievable. But over 40% of babies that were born in Canada in the year 2024 were born to foreign-born mothers. Over 40%. Over 26% of all Canadians are first generation. Over 50% are second generation. Now, don't get me wrong, it's okay to have some immigration to a country, but this is truly historically unprecedented. This is not immigration. This is an invasion. There's no doubt about it. Immigration without assimilation, which is exactly what we're seeing in Canada. Anybody who lives here just factually knows that the people who are arriving, a vast majority of them are not integrating. They're not assimilating to Canadian culture. They're bringing their own culture. They're bringing, in many cases, a Sharia law culture, a jihadi culture that wants to see Canadian culture submit to it. And we're just sitting here. Most Canadians are worried about getting called a racist, getting called a xenophobe if you criticize immigration. This isn't immigration. This is pure, unadulterated insanity. It's unprecedented. It's unprecedented. There is literally zero historical precedent for a country having over 40% of the babies born from foreign-born mothers. That is insanity, and that is replacement. I know that on the left, people for years have been able to name call and just say, oh, you're a racist, you're an Islamophobe. No, I'm not. I'm a proud Canadian citizen who has ancestors who literally fought and had very serious repercussions defending this country, a grandmother who built weaponry, sacrificed for this country, and we're being sold down the river. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a proud Canadian who says that my first priority, my belief is that the first priority of my government should be to look out for the Canadian people. That's been standard operating procedure for the past 5,000 years until this woke ideology took over in this country, and all of a sudden people seriously think that Canada is some sort of an oppressive nation that needs to repay its dues. Just look at what's going on at Nuit Blanche, right in front of City Hall. The primary piece of artwork at Nuit Blanche is talking about how terrible Western society is. This teaming up between radical jihadis and woke Islamists. If you hate the West so much, get the hell out of here. Leave. We don't want you here. If you think that the West is an oppressor, if you think the greatest civilization with the greatest set of values, we're such a historical anomaly living in a society where you're allowed to express yourself freely without the fear of theocratic leadership murdering you for what you say. And people want to tear it down and destroy it. Leave. We don't want you here. If you hate the West so much, if Canada is so terrible, if you think life would be so much better under Islam, which, by the way, the word Islam literally translates to submission. No fucking thank you. I will not be submitting to anybody. If you want to believe that some illiterate merchant warlord in Arabia spoke to the Archangel Gabriel and was told the definitive rules for life that could never be questioned, you go ahead and do that. But I'm not submitting to shit. I live in a free and open society in which I am allowed to express my opinion, and these woke ideologues and these jihadis are teaming up to try and destroy the greatest civilization ever constructed. If you hate it so much, first of all, why the fuck do you come here? Second of all, get the hell out. We're sick of you. Proud Canadians are so sick of being told you're an oppressor. You need to be ashamed of yourself. All these self-hating white liberals, get the hell out then. Stop destroying our society. It's so sick. I cannot imagine living in a country as great as Canada and consistently every day trying to tear it down, complaining about joining rallies that burn Canadian flags, that scream chants like death to Canada. Leave. If you want to destroy this civilization, get the hell out of here. Canada is an incredible country. Is it perfect? No, of course it's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than 99.99% of the other places in the world. And our government is totally betraying us. to allow 8 million people into the country in under a decade, many from wildly different cultures, many from theocratic totalitarian dictatorships, places in the Middle East where a woman is literally not allowed to leave the house without accompaniment for a man, where gay people are literally thrown off of roofs. It's illegal. If you criticize Allah, you are sentenced to life in prison. These are not Canadian values. These thugs now think that they can overtake our Canadian streets and threaten us. Canadians, enough is enough. It's time to stand up to these thugs. We will not be intimidated. We are proud Canadians. Our ancestors fought and in many cases died for this country. Canadians were notoriously among the most courageous, brave fighters. Read about Vimy Ridge. Read about World War II. Canadians were some of the most valiant fighters there were out there. We're not going to be intimidated by you people. You masked cowards who... Cowards always need to be in large groups. They're always in large groups, never one-on-one. It's always a huge group of them. Fake body bags, fake blood on your hands. We're not intimidated by you. You're not overtaking this goddamn country. Our ancestors did not fight and die to see our streets overrun and the police roll the red carpet. Woke ideologue police roll out the red carpet for these anti-Western chants. Meanwhile, you try to set up a rally that's pro-Canadian with Canadian flags, you're immediately deemed a fascist. We're living in an upside-down world. If Canada doesn't wake up, the past 10 years under Justin Trudeau have been an absolute catastrophe for this country. Open your eyes. This country has radically transformed. You walk around now in our major cities and it's as though you're in Iran. I'm walking around in downtown Ottawa yesterday. The amount of women with full headgear on, hijabs, and by the way, just so you're aware of the worldview that portends you woke liberal women cheering on for Palestine. Do you know all those women's rights, all those feminist beliefs that you hold so dear? You know, none of those stand in the Middle East, just so you're aware. You think that if Sharia law overtakes Canada, you think that this is going to be a feminist society? Give your head a shake. These people are ahistoric morons who have zero clue what they're talking about. You claim to be a feminist and you're cheering on the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. This is the definition of insanity. Today's woke are a bunch of nutbags who have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Give your head a shake. Please like, share, subscribe, join, become a member if you'd like to support the channel. Grab some gear. There's some great Fight for Canada gear, really cool stuff. We need to demand an election is called in our House of Commons as soon as possible because we cannot withstand another 3 months of these insane Mark Carney policies destroying Canada. They want to allow another 1.5 million people into the country in 2025. It's sick. It's self-destructive. Canadians have had enough of this woke garbage. Enough.